another Electrolux video, and because it's Christmas I have bought it some presents. We'd best see if it's going to be ungrateful or if it's going to be thankful in this time of being thankful, giving gifts and drinking alcohol. Merry Christmas, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? I hope you are having fun, and I don't expect any of you to be watching this when it actually goes up, because I expect you all to not be able to, because you are eating food or with family or wishing you could go home and play with your toys as I used to do when I was a little boy. But it's going up anyway because I have some stuff for the Model G. There is stuff in this box. But first, there is this behind the box. Put that to one side, yes. Because as you know, the hoses that came with this are scrap, basically. They don't hold suction at all. So, the lovely Mr. Doug Smith, thank you very much Doug, put me onto these chaps. Which fit into the Model G and many other Electroluxes. It wasn't actually for Model G, but he said it would fit, so I believed him and he was right. No, it enables you to use and other random scrap crush-proof hose on there, which is brilliant because it's exactly what it needs. So I have this scrap, well, not scrap, it's perfectly good, but unwanted pneumatic hose. I want to keep a little bit because I need this for something. So we shall chop it off here, and all we're going to do, I can do it without snapping my knife. In fact, let's bring it in a little bit and do it the other way. I was hoping I could just saw it, but I can't. Is we're going to chop this down. Like so. Voila. Put that over there, and then, oh, it's a bit tight. Maybe the American measurements are different, but it is going in. Tight is good. It hasn't even got to go all the way in. That'll be plenty. It's not far. But obviously this needs to come back out again because the hose is disgustingly filthy. This is just a proof of concept. It looks awful. I cannot lie to you. It doesn't look nice, but obviously I probably can't go to the full expense of importing a hose from America. And again, if I import a cloth hose from America, am I going to get the same problem? This way. Oh! Ha-ha! You open? Come on! It's not going to play ball, but you get the idea. And that's with, we still have the quite full, actually that's very full, it's not that full. It's not fantastic, but I wouldn't call it full. Nah, that's not full. We're going to leave that in there, quite frankly. I'm not going to mess around with that now. That is fantastic. Oh, and we can blow with it as well, can't we? Let me shove that up there. Ah, that is brilliant. Very happy with that. So yes, jobbed. as far as that is concerned. However, obviously there is one slight key flaw in this plan. Obviously, having a pneumatic cuff on the end of it, it doesn't now fit any of the tools. And I don't know enough about these hoses. We need to try and get this off. Now there is a circlip in here. I'm going to stick with this hose because it's the hose I'm going to care least about, quite frankly. Oh, do I have the right tools on me, or am I going to have to do this video another day? See, if we could just get this hose out, I reckon that cuff would sit in there and I could use this, keep this for show, and maybe have a go at cleaning it up. But I need to do something with this, so let me go away and try and find the right tools to get this right there, the little circlip. Okay, the circlip is partly out and all these little pellets of rubber have started to... Well, that was very simple, wasn't it? Marvellous. Now, this is going to be as... Yes! I was sort of hoping I wouldn't have to chop all this down. Now, this probably isn't... If I'm going to keep this, I might change my cuffs, because this is a short cuff, which is, in pneumatic circles, quite a good thing. But again, it will do for now. I think a longer cuff would help. But... Ooh... Excellent. This, I'm going to be completely honest with you, is going to go to bin. There is nothing I can do with it here. I have no idea how these hoses even come apart. Let's try it. It's beyond saving. I don't care. I know some of you are going to be screaming at me, but let's investigate and see what is below a braided hose, because I've never done this actually. So, we have the outer layer, and then we have a inner cloth layer. Now, from what I've read, because I have done some extensive reading on the subject, there are some fantastic informational threads on Vacuum Land about the whole thing. It's basically multiple layers of cloth that then has rubber insulation inside. That's possibly why that bit is falling straight off, because that is where the whole thing is collapsed apart. This bit is being really tricky to pull, so I reckon all the air must have been leaking out of this end and also down this end. You can see that where it's more bendy than it should be. So quite frankly, you can go over there and be dropped in the black bin all the way from America, and you get put in the bin in the UK. Isn't that good? I'm not too fussed, so quite frankly I'd rather be able, I know this is going to be a little bit divisive, but I'd rather be able to use the machine rather than just having it looking nice. Obviously one day we might get the original hose, but it's not something I'm going to chase. Oh, the floor head. It sticks itself to the floor now. Oh yes. I don't have any hard floors in a minute, but that is brilliant! Brilliant! And I can still use the XXX tools, which I shall be, because they are lovely. In the tripod. Oh, and it's all just a little bit nice. That's loaded. In fact, this might glue itself to the floor. Well, not quite. But nearly. So we have now fixed the main problem with this machine. As a treat, we're going to peel off this masking tape and see what it is hiding, because quite frankly, why not? I imagine that this suction relief valve is just rubbish. Yeah, that's very loose. It's very loose, but that doesn't seem to be the be-all and end-all of it. But certainly, I'm probably never going to use it like this, I'll be honest. It'd probably be easier if I just glued that in, so clean all that rubbish off, glue it in, and then at least it'll look a bit nicer. Oh. Brilliant. So, let's move on to the second present for. So I've been cleaning with this, and it works very well now with its terrible looking but functional black hose. But what is this? We find a present under the Christmas tree. Wonder who it's for. Can't be for this, can it? But I think it is vacuum related, so I think we best open it, haven't we? And see what it might be. Well, it is a innocent looking brown box, but inside this innocent looking brown box we have a terrible condition in a box, look, with Electrolux written on it. I think it's actually upside down. There we go, look. What have we got? Well, it's an Electrolux turbo polisher attachment. Yes. Found this on eBay. Electrolux did a proper hard floor cleaning kit for the Model G. So we're going to have a look at it now, because why not? We haven't one of those. One of those. Let's take this packaging off. It seems quite water damaged. Whether that's just storage, I'm not entirely sure. We have a wall type. Looks like a bonnet, doesn't it? Polishing bonnet. We have an instruction manual, that will help. And then, that's it, we have the unit itself, which actually seems to come with also another inner ring and another outer ring, so that's quite handy really. We can take those off. In fact, there's a difference. One's stiff and one's not. But here we go. This is a huge, heavy chunk of iron. This is for the UK versions. So I don't know how different the US versions will be, but I know that a lot of our UK ones came with this as an optional extra. There we go. Look, it makes polishing easier and fast. Look, we've got a man polishing his car. We've got a female polishing her floor, probably while the man's out at work paying for the car, and then we have somebody polishing a table. So that's a thing. There we go. Look, there's all the bits and pieces it comes with. There we go. Accessories include 2 sets of brushes, 1 hard floor black for waxing, and 1 soft grey for polishing, and a sheep's wool buff. We have both of those, so since we're going to be having a play with this on the lino, we'll put the soft brushes on, so they're the grey ones. And they just clip inside there, like so, and then this slots on there like that, and in theory, we can now turn this Electrolux, well, we can turn any machine with a 32mm tool attachment on it, into a buffer. that seems to work okay, although the actual brushes themselves are covered in fluff, so we can have a quick vacuum off. Oh yes, we have, in fact it comes apart further. Looking at that, if we take this off and remove these two latches, nothing happens. Oh, maybe it doesn't come apart further. It should do. Ah, there we go. Ah, this will be for the polishing bonnet part. Looking at the instructions, this sits in here. It's a bit stiff. And then clips back onto here. Ah, this is the handheld part. It can polish itself, so yeah, this part's very heavy, so this must be to hold it down onto the floor. This part is very, very light. Oh, that's interesting. So, I'll have a play with that, but maybe quickly, whilst it's still quite dirty, we may just have to use some spray just to get it wet. We might have a quick go at floor cleaning with it. Why not? It's Christmas. Now, we're doing this a little bit on the fly, and I don't have any floor polish or have any intention of doing any floor polishing today, so we're just going to put some of this down and just see what it does, really. Turning it on might help, so I'll put a fair bit down. Do this now, especially before I've refurbished it and cleaned it. I won't care so much if it gets a bit filthy, so there's a fair bit down there. Let's turn on and see what it does. That works really, really well actually. If I just find a cloth, that has scrubbed the floor to near perfection actually. That's very good. Very good indeed. I can see why. I can see this being useful in tandem with a wet vac, just to suck it up. And in fact, that's still quite dry. Those brushes there. That is very good indeed. I wonder how some floor polish would cope. I'll not be able to do this to the letter because I haven't got half an hour for it to dry. If we just stick just a little slop down, let's see how far we can spread it. to hold it at the right angle, otherwise it makes a weird noise. I still pulled up a load of muck out of there. That's really good. That's very good. That cloth's saturated now. I'm wondering if, maybe in the new year, and please comment if you want to see this, if I can get the house to myself for a day, we could move all the furniture, and if I get some laminate floor polish, if such a thing exists, we could have a go at polishing up our laminate, because that's brought that up actually spotless, utterly spotless. That has done a really good job. This is a little mini floor buffing machine basically, but domesticated. That's really quite good. Oh. Really very good indeed. I'm quite chuffed with that. Right, let's sum the video up. So there we go. Nice new toy for the Electrolux that works very well actually. You can see why they were so popular, and this is quite nice that this works because it's the second one I have. I'd actually bought another one first, as I mentioned. Sadly this one, it was only £5, so I'll let it off a little bit, but it's not as complete. All it ever came with was the middle set of brushes, so I've actually got 3 of those now, and a foam pad which is nowhere near as nice and is actually falling completely apart. It's got a hole in it. It wasn't as good, so it's also very sticky. The rubber on the older ones, it's as filthy, but it's kind of weird. It's like a sticky residue all over it. So quite nice that I have a complete one. They're both about, in fact this one's cleaner. See, that one's got loads of scratches on it. So I'll keep that because why not? It's always good to have a spare. But I think the rest of that I'll offer up for spares. And then probably just get rid of it, really. There's not much point in keeping it, but this one can go back in its little box. I mean, I don't know if you probably can't use it as a turbo brush. I think it will just pop itself right around and cause utter havoc. So we shall keep it to just hard floor. So this one needs to be boxed back away. And that's another video done on the Automatic G. We've probably done about everything that we can now, short of me actually doing some work on it. So yeah, very happy indeed with it. Right, let's get this turbo head packed away and then end the video really. And just to round this video off, because this is going to go into storage for a while now while I work on other projects and I want to take the bag out, I thought we would chuck some muck. There we go. Sorted. So, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and if you're watching this on Christmas Day, have a fabulous rest of the day. There will be more videos coming soon over the festive season, so stay tuned for those if you would like to see them. There's one with a collaboration coming up as well. So, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.